Definition.
One night after police arrest 14 Occupy protesters, News 4 learns about a new controversy tonight. A reported sexual assault at the Keener Plaza encampment just before the tents were removed. Good evening, and this controversy has several levels as critics try to tie it to the issue of local control for the police department.
Mark Cox live near Keener Plaza to explain the details of the story. Mark.
Well, Larry, you know, this claim of a connection to local control is coming from a St. Louis police officer. He says that without Mayor Slay's input, those tents never would have been allowed to stay here. And in that case, there wouldn't have been a tent in which this sexual assault could have happened. We're talking about Sergeant Gary Wiegert. He made those comments to a local blogger, and they ended up on YouTube.
I believe if the mayor would allow the police department to do its job and take care of this problem and not allow these tents to be set up, this sexual assault wouldn't have happened.
Sergeant Gary Wiegert says he's speaking for himself, not the St. Louis Police Department. The assault he refers to happened last Tuesday, 3 days before tents were removed by the city. According to the probable cause statement, 38-year-old Brian Eric King entered a victim's tent and fondled her chest. Police arrested him, and he faces a first-degree sexual misconduct charge.
This is what happens when politics gets involved in police work. And this is why I'm so against local control. Because once the mayor got involved, the police had to step back.
His employer, Chief Dan Isom, declined our request for an interview on these allegations. Wiegert is a former head of the St. Louis Police Officers Association, but these days he's also a registered lobbyist for the Tea Party and an outspoken opponent of local control. The mayor's chief of staff calls it politics and points out St. Louis did not have problems with Occupy protesters like other cities.
Things have gone so well here that in the national news stories, there's not even a mention of St. Louis. And so this is obvious politics. He's a Tea Party guy. I don't even think he reflects the Tea Party point of view. I think he's just such an extremist. He only represents himself.
Well, I can tell you this, Wiegert does have at least some support in the police department, according to sources I talked to today. But no matter how you slice this, an alleged assault happened in one of these tents. Today I spoke with a member of Occupy St. Louis. He wouldn't describe himself as a leader of the group, but he did respond. He said that crimes had happened here before this occupation and that the perpetrator in this case, Brian King, was not considered a member of their group. They don't feel like it should tarnish their movement. Reporting live down on Keener Plaza, Mark Cox, News 4.
Mark, thank you very much. We are also following breaking news. Heavy winds are fanning a large